Michael, here you sit, same place as 4 years ago, event-wise. What's different?
I think the only thing that's different in my eyes really is it's my last swim on American soil, my last Olympic trial swim. That's about it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I said that to Bob when when I walked in today. This is our last Olympic trial swim, and it's kind of crazy to think about. 12 years ago, I made my first team, and when I was sitting there watching Katie tonight, it's the same. It's the same kind of thing. I was 15 then, and she went out there and put it on the line and swam a great race. Yeah, definitely a lot of memories and I guess emotions are kind of just running through my head.
Okay, Amy?
Michael, you've always been motivated by challenges, and Ryan obviously put up some challenges this week. There was a lot of discussion about it leading up to this event. How did you use that? How much did you enjoy it? And Bob, can you talk about, did you use that as motivation for him as well?
I always love competition. I'm always a fan of quotes, statements, whatever you want to say they are. So it was a fun week, and I guess it's the same thing. Like, I'm trying not to play cat and mouse over the next 3 weeks, and try to swim my own races, and you can probably count on there are going to be some other close races in the next couple of weeks. So
hopefully not quite as close.
Yeah, like Summer said earlier, no more 1/100th races.
Yeah.
Right? And then I thought about seeing Croc, the 4 100ths of a second. I'm going to try to get over the 10th barrier.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We can keep him over a 10th if I'm on that side.
We'll go Dan and then Nicole.
Yeah.
Do you want to answer that? Do you want to answer that?
No, I don't think. I think when we mainly focused on trying to make him as fast as he could be, and even though I see some things in the Google search that comes up, I'll pass them on to him if I think they might fire him up a little bit, but it's not a big part of the program. I think we're mainly focused on trying to correct things that he needs corrected and just sort of work on things that we think will make him fast in the meet. Yeah.
Hey, Michael, can you just talk about your program? Is it set in stone? Is there going to be any kind of scratches? And Ryan talked about that he wasn't fully tapered, rested for this meet. Where were you as far as your conditioning? He kind of said he used this as a training meet.
I don't have anything to do with that. That's Maestro here. That's his call. That's what he does. He takes care of all of that. It's just going to be what we think we can do, and once we move forward and we start training, we'll know exactly what we're going to be able to handle at a level, or a high competition level. And like I said to you guys before, over the last 4 years, I haven't really done anything. So I haven't really been able to handle too much. So kind of being able to handle, or have, I guess, what happened this week, shows I can handle a little bit more, but there's still some things that need to be perfected over the next couple weeks. And Bob and I know what those are.
Yeah, I think we have to talk about the program. I wanted him to get through tonight so we could see how it went, and then, we'll decide on what he should do. I don't think one of the things that I can answer is he is definitely not fully rested for this. He wasn't sharp here, and he didn't feel like he had any speed. So I kind of love that he did some decent times, and there's some room for improvement.
Michael, as you mentioned, you have had 3 close finishes here. It's likely that there'll be close finishes at the Olympics. You have a great record in getting those on your side. What is it that you concentrate in the last 10 metres of a race that gets you to the wall first?
The easiest thing to say is just hitting wall, hitting the finish. So, trying to, I think one thing that we do a lot of in workout is working on sort of stroke control and counting strokes and I kind of know how many strokes I take per, each lap. And ever since the 2008 200 fly in Beijing, when I was pretty much blind the whole race, I find myself in a pattern of counting every or butterfly especially. I count every stroke. So it's just sort of, I know what I do, and I don't know, it just happens. I just hit the wall. And I want to see tonight. I haven't seen the video from tonight's race, but Bob said the glide was what helped.
He glided, but it was a smart glide. Unlike Beijing, if he had taken a stroke like this, he would have been beaten. So that was good.
So yeah, I want to look at that and see what my, feeling of it was. But I trust him, but I'd just like to see for myself.
Yeah, he always likes to see.
But yeah, I didn't know if that was the right decision or not, but once you make that decision, you have to go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go right there.
Dan Bozen with Take It Live. What are your expectations for London with you only being 3 medals away from holding the all-time record?
The goals that I have, and that's the only thing that's in my head. I could ask you guys what your expectations are for me. I'm sure I'll read about it. But no, the goals that I have and are something that are exciting for me and something that make me motivated. And being able to come here and have the week that I did, I was very pleased with. But there are still some, watching some of the races, there are still a lot of things that I can improve on. And like Bob said, I told him this. We were texting each other the other night. He was asking how I felt, and I was just saying I don't feel as peppy as I normally do at a big meet. And he was asking why that was, and I was like, I don't know.
I know why it is.
So that's, like I said, I leave everything up to him, training-wise and preparing me. He's done an amazing job for my career, and I trust him fully. And we'll work on some things over the next couple weeks, and hopefully that'll make a difference in London.
We'll go Mark, and then just 2 more questions.
Hey, Michael. Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post. You obviously have profound success in multiple events of the Olympics. Just wonder if you could talk a little bit about Missy and what she's doing right now going into these games and how cool this is for you.
I think it's not only for Missy, but it's also for our team. We have so many young people on the team. And I was walking past some of the swimmers after they made the team and whether it's jumping up and down, crying, just so excited, full of excitement. I remember, when I made my first team, it was the coolest feeling in the world. So, I think I don't want to call myself old, but for the old guys, we'll be able to use their energy and get a little bit, more fired up. And I think our team's going to be great. And Missy, coming into a meet like this, it is very stressful and it is very challenging. And this being her first Olympic trials, I think she did a great job. Yeah, with the doubles and the triples or the 15,000 events, she was always running back and forth. She handled herself great. I think the biggest thing when you're swimming events like that is really controlling and I guess controlling your energy both emotionally and physically. Because a week like that, with so many warm downs, warm ups, and recovery, it takes a lot out of you. So she seemed to do a great job, and I think she was in the ice tub right after me the other night. So she was asking how it was, and I think my toes were cold for about an hour after I got out. So I'm sure she felt the same way. But she's on top of things, and I think that's going to be amazing for her to be able to come back in a couple weeks and do the same thing, if not better.
Alan, and then Paul.
Michael, you said that you weren't feeling as peppy in this event as you have in the past. 2 questions. Are you still feeling as passionate about the Olympics as you always have? And of course, the question we all want to know, are you still aiming for the 8 events?
I'm still excited about the Olympics. It's the biggest, stage to perform at. You get to go out and wear the stars and stripes and the red, white, and blue. So, yes, to be able to be an Olympian, not many people can say that. And I think that's something that I'll be able to say for the rest of my life. And the experiences that I've had, not only being on the national team but also the Olympic team, have changed my life. So I'm looking forward to. God, saying this makes me feel really old. My 4th Olympics. Jesus. 4th. Yeah. Wow. It's crazy. It's just nuts. But it's going to be fun, and looking forward to it. It's all kind of just weird.
Right now, we're looking forward to dinner.
Yeah, and it's not cold in here tonight, which is good.
With Paul?
For you, Bob, considering what the last 4 years and some of the things that went on and
or didn't go on,
Got it. And the fact that it's already been done, and to come back, is this almost to you more impressive to lock up?
It's impressive that he's here at all in some aspects, that he would feel desire to come back and lay himself out there and put him, particularly with a program like this. So yeah, I think it's a tremendous statement about his ability to compete, and also about his desire to promote the sport of swimming, which I think was a big part of this, and as you can see is working.
Okay, that's our last question, guys. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Bob and Michael.
Thank you, guys.